Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are trying Explore Metagame Challenge live on YouTube. So we're doing the challenge live today. We are going to be playing a bunch of different decks, and we're going to do right now the... Sorry, I'm just going to move the record out of the way. We're going to do Boros Pia, kind of mono reddish burn with some white splashes. So Pia cares about playing cards, whether it be lands or spells from exile, gives you a number of Thopters. So what we're trying to do is use things like Reckless Impulse, Ren's Resolve that lets you exile cards and then make Thopters. You also have Showdown of the Scalds, which kind of amplifies that. In chapters 2 and 3, lets you put a whole bunch of counters on it. So you could go from no board state to a crazy board state very quickly. Normally this deck will play in Pioneer. It plays Chain to the Rocks, which is a 1 mana exile permanent to, like, you have to have like a basic mountain. Some of the lists in Explorer are playing Ossification. I don't love Ossification. It's a 2-drop. It's required. It screws up your mana base a bit, that you have to play less duels. You also get no creature lands or utility lands. So I'm opting to go without it. We have Bone Crusher Giant and Steamkin. So it's usually one or. More recently, they've gone to Steamkin. Steamkin lets you kind of chain through more of your deck by casting red spells that puts counters on it and gets you a whole bunch of value. Otherwise, it's kind of your mono red burn deck. So Kumano, Swiss Spheres, Play with Fires, Soulscar Mage all mixed into that as well. Your sideboard, I'm going more anti-combo hate. Sorry, this record is just always in the wrong spot. We'll put it down here. We have Portable Holes for just like early aggressive stuff. Good against like Witch's Oven, Early Elf, stuff of that nature. Rending Volley for the blue and white decks. Destroy Evil for the big things or enchantment decks. Rest in Peace for Graveyard Hate. Invasion of Gobukan when we need like a Thoughtseize style effect. A Braid for artifact destruction or just another instant speed removal. Justice Strike to get rid of big things. Redain to tax big things. And then some copies of Leyline of Combustion is kind of my pet card that I've been running. Really good against targeted removal decks, as well as like Cat Oven, if they want to put the ping triggers, deals 2 damage, Thoughtseizes, stuff of that nature. So we're going to give this one a go. We tried Gruul Boats, and variance wasn't on our side. There was a lot of lands or no lands, but nothing kind of in between. A couple games we came really close, but was not meant to be. So we'll go Pia here. So we are live on YouTube. If you do want to catch any of these runs, I'll cut and paste all these individual deck lists, have them up on YouTube afterwards as well, so we get some content for these decks. All right, we have the namesake card of the deck, so we will keep blue-white control. So this is the Lotus Field version of the deck. So Strict Proctor shuts off Enter the Battlefield style effects. Those Enter the Battlefield style effects then stops the Lotus Field from triggering the sack ability. So you get the full benefit of the land, which they naturally have perfectly on curve. So the thing we have to be mindful here of is... So I'm going to lead with Impulse here. Okay, so we get copy of Ren's Resolve here. I think I'm going to do this, and the reason being... I maybe should have waited on the land, because they might not block if they don't see the land. I wasn't going to attack with this Thopter anyways. Maybe I should have, because then they always take that. So I missed the point of damage there, I think. So Thespian Stage, which they have, again, perfectly on Hard Cast Shark. All right. Opponent came to play. So I think here... we just go like this. I think all things considered, well, this is going to give me a boost. They'll need a sweeper here, so it's probably worth just doing this. The reason I played these tap lines is because I wanted the Battlefield Forge afterwards. It also lets me go Pia into Ren's Resolve and then hold up the burn spell. Might have been right getting Showdown though, but then we kind of throw away the exile effect there. Because if they don't have a sweeper here, we're in pretty good position. Them having to play that as a land is pretty good for us. Okay, so our boy Tef will untap the Lotus Field.
I'm known for my excellent no time for a break.
So they could do Discontinuity, which cancels out my turn. How did they do that? This didn't become a copy yet. Okay, so we're in a little bit of trouble here. They can keep kind of time walking me. So we're probably just going to point burn spells to their face, hope to get it through that way. Opponents had a very strong sequence, like every card they needed on curve. Okay, so Steamkin's probably not where we want to be here. So let's start with this. Ah! So we didn't play the land because we wanted to obviously try to get the value, but we're probably dead here anyways.
Not going to win this.
So maybe they get aggressive, but the problem is with active Tef, active Shark Typhoon, it's really rough. Opponent just had it all. Had it all. Okay, so to me that suggests that they might have a board wipe. So they didn't even... oh, they just discontinuity me. This deck's so boring to play against. It's just them, like, jerking themselves off. Probably the ley lines. Redain's good. I don't think I want the volleys. They don't hit to fairy. Steamkin's just bad in this matchup. Probably... minus a play with fire, minus a bone crusher. Because, like, for this matchup, we probably do okay. But, like, the fact they have discontinuity every turn just, like, messes me up. Gonna lead with this. This does reoccurring damage. I think I want to impulse here. Okay, that's especially good given we didn't find a land. They did show Jawari Disruption. If I could get Redain down. I always have the Proctor. Do it. Kind of regret not putting this on red here. So just minus that. We lose the ability to draw some cards, but I think that's fine. I'm very surprised they kind of threw away the Proctor there. Oh, we are just not drawing anything here. So I'm not going to play any spells this turn. I'm going to play with fire on their end step. Because for next turn, if they go Wandering Emperor, then Kumano's good to kind of hit that. Because it deals the 1 additional damage. Okay, we know no Emperor. Play around Jawari here. Jeez, we're just not finding lands today in any of these decks. Thank you. So I think we attack in with Soulscar. Just play out Bone Crusher. I think we take it at a reasonable pace here. Okay, so they impulse. They could have a Sweeper here, but Sweeper either means that I untap and play out like Swift Spear and Showdown. If they go to Fairy, there's some utility there. If they don't, then I have pretty decent. I do want to keep like a haste threat post board. Okay. Line to be pretty good here. Okay, so I have some options. Obviously, Showdown lets me start getting some pressure on them. Redain taxes them. But I think it's just Showdown this turn. Okay, so we can go Pia, play a land. play the Swiss Sphere, play Stomp. Okay, so play the land. So the thing is, like, do I want to attack? I think we always stomp anyways. Unless they shark. They could. Put the counter there. Because if they Emperor, then I can just Kumano. The Bone Crusher being on Adventure is nice because it counts as exile. So like Wandering Emperor minus, okay, it's actually really good. So they go Wandering Emperor, they minus, they take 2 damage, so it nullifies the 2 life. So we're okay there.
My judgment is final.
That kills that.
Never done for good.
So we're out of lands, but like next turn I got a lot of haste elements. Okay, so we could be getting discontinuity'd. I think we do this. So what's my play? I think we're still playing this. I should have done it the other way, so Swiss Sphere came down with the counter. It's more damage for this turn. I mean, if they do that... I think we still do this. So they shark for 4. I think we're just going to push as much damage as possible. This actually lets me trade here, which is pretty good. We want some card advantage. I could have put 1 more damage on them. But like at this point, I don't think it makes too much of a difference between 3 and 4. I have these dens. So that works there. So like when our opponent doesn't have like turn 3 Lotus Field into turn 4 Shark Typhoon into turn 5 Teferi, untap, counter your turn. It works out pretty well. I actually don't think I want Redain in this matchup. They get pretty far ahead on mana. And like, we saw that game 4-6, they could still cast Supreme Verdict and it deals with everything. I think just playing the Bone Crusher Giant as another threat is a little bit better. The bonus of Redain is it does have Vigilance, but the shield makes no difference. The shield's decent against like Rakdos as well. Redain's better against like, but even against like mono green it's not great because they generate. I think I'm going to cut the Redains and just play another Gobuken. I would rather tax one specific card than just generally tax things that then dies to sweepers. Gobuken's also nice because if you flip it, then it gives us protection and it makes any of our individual creatures a reasonable threat. It might be right to bring in Fry though, because they are on Emperors, they can make 2/2s, they're on Shark tokens, and like I don't love bringing in removal for the 1/3. We'll see. I hope that's a good thing, Sergio. That's Formula One, right? I don't watch like car racing at all, but the name sounds familiar. Alright, hand looks good. Threat, threat, go to town. The Lotus Field deck has like a higher upside if your lands pop off, but your mana base is much more awkward at times if you are like not doing Lotus Field value. No Leyline kind of sucks. Ah, next card. Just play tap blind. Okay, so here, let's see if they make the mistake again. They've gotten wiser. They have gotten wiser. So they can just like block here. I should have probably kept this back. Interesting. To me that suggests they don't have a sweeper. Like if they have a sweeper there, they just double block. I'm gonna take a chance. We have this anyways. Okay, so that's probably Wandering Emperor. Attack all, they Emperor something. Okay, so we'll see what they do here.
Run away. You'll be safer. You are not much of a roadblock.
So they're gonna take a block anyways. So they only block there. Like, that has the higher upside. I think we still need to kill Wanderer here.
Our swords will cross again.
Okay, so they can Thespian Stage copy that now? Is this only sorcery? No, anytime. So I could ley line here. So I think the goal here is to try to bait out a counter spell. Okay, so they're just deluging. With Deluge, they should have waited, because like now I know it's safe for me to attack with Pia. So we're likely going to get swept here. We do need, like, we have 4 showdowns. We have 6 card draws. Invasion would be decent. Okay, so that's likely the sweeper. They showed Jawari. Okay, so the problem here now, kind of out of gas. We've drawn a lot of lands. The reason this deck will play Doomscar is because it can be cast from Foretell off the Lotus Field. Okay, so that's terrifying. Oh my god. We play 20 lands, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Have no answer to, oh my god. They've drawn. So we're just dead next turn. Because these will trigger off each other, and then I'm just dead. Oh my god. Freaking hell. That is super frustrating. Like, we are just not getting anything. We have so much card draw in this deck. And we just can't find a single thing. Absolutely insane. Get rid of this. I think it's fine like this. There was nothing like, the double Dream Trawler was not a line that I thought we'd be running into. Super frustrating. We get like one more turn cycle. Probably okay. Might have to bust out Rakdos. Just like hand hate all these decks. Now we're just gonna get no lands. Magic. Are you freaking kidding me? I mean, can't really do much. The showdown's gotta pop off. Do we just like concede? So we go from half our land. Okay. Tranquil Cove. Could be a budget deck. Super, super frustrating. Like, they're not gonna spell Pier. They're not gonna have spell Pierce, so I think we're fine. This looks like budget blue-white control. So we really want Pia here. I'm not going to play this out. Like, we're putting pressure on them. So we'll likely see a sweeper here. Well, that is certainly not what I expected to see. So, Myrel will attack, it's fine. This lets me set up like a potential Steamkin turn. And if they attack in, it's fine. They only make one token here. And showdown, try to find. Was hoping that this would have been an untapped. This is kind of scary. So they can attack, they'll make 2 soldiers. Okay, so we do have access to Stomp here. So I think here we end up just shocking. And then playing Kumano next turn, I think is the line. We also drew just a ton of lands, which doesn't help our case. So I can do this. This gives me an additional blocker if needed. The other line gets Kumano flipped earlier, but I think we do this. So we went no lands into now 5, 6, 7, 8. Problem is they're gonna have the ground pretty. Okay, we're losing to a starter deck. If we lose to a starter deck, we retire. Think we probably have to just block my rail here. So I think on our turn, it's gonna be another land. Not another land. So that's a good start. So let's start like this. So I'm going to go full control, resolve, so I get the counter, float the mana. Hey, there we go. There we go. So then play this land for turn. So I can Kumano, I can Bone Crusher Giant. The problem is, like, they're going really wide here. But I could get enough, like, blockers. So I think it is right here to just hit this. We will put a counter on this one, because that way it lets me just trade with Sarah. So, like, we're popping off in a way, but we're just, like, running out of gas. 2/2/2. Probably just put it here. Like, if I can draw another showdown, that would be great. Honestly, even just chaining Reckless Impulses together would be really good. I think we just try to survive this turn, because they're going to go really wide next turn. Them drawing Fortified Beachhead's also disgusting, because it gives them a big pump in power. The Malta 5 really hurt us. I guess I could have hit the Myrel, because then it makes it so they don't attack in, but they're probably attacking in regardless. Like, it's the right thing to do. Come on, opponent. I'm probably dead here. Thinking. So I think we double block here. Do I even double block? I have to, because then they pump, and these are soldiers, so then it beats me that way. Okay. At least next game we know, like, we are a little aggressive. I thought they were blue-white control, so we did use some burn early that normally we wouldn't be, like we'd save it for the creatures. Oh, it's in the tank thinking. Hey, they left my Bone Crusher. Spell off the top! That's not a spell off the top! Let's just see. They just have to hit attack all. So I don't think we want Gobakan. We definitely want our removal options. They just have to attack all. So they should have done that last turn. Don't know why they didn't, but... Alright. I don't even think we want Justice Strike. Abrades, volleys... Destroy evil? Portable hole? Kumano doesn't do anything. Leyline shouldn't be in here. 2 cards to cut. Probably Swift Spear. It's the weakest of our options. We're gonna win this by just going bigger than them. Honestly, if we just didn't have an answer for those stupid 3-4. Okay, well. This deck's really not cooperating. That other hand, we needed one more land. We're getting like really odd sequencing of things. Like, I'd maybe keep that, like it's got so much value that it's probably right. And just hope to draw a land, but we had that other game where we went 12 cards deep, no lands. Okay, rewarded. Punished! Now we missed the showdown. So, don't love Steamkin there, but obviously would have loved that. Might be wrong, like doing the Ren's Resolve there, but like even if just the Steamkin and the Showdown switch spots, we're in so much of a better spot. We just passed turn. I need to have an answer to my rel if they have it. 5 to pump your team. Getting some weird draws. We've had nothing but floods. Or oh my god. Honestly, it doesn't even matter. They have something. If they want to block Steamkin, at least my den available. We just need some action. Anything. Sarah Angel is a scary one. Okay, Stomp's nice. So I'm attacking with everything because I can probably trick them with the prowess and the counters on Steamkin. And if they don't, then I can just push through some damage. So I can stomp the face, but it doesn't really do much. We just hold. Hold! Just very odd draws. Given the speed of their deck, Gobukan might actually be reasonable. Like, further they have slow mana to begin with. That's fine. I want to just have a removal spell if they had something. It might have been right just to present this as a threat, but their deck's weird. And Lane, they're just the starter blue-white soldiers deck. They had the 4-drop mythic soldier that makes tokens when it attacks, and I just didn't have an answer. The way their lines came out, I thought they were blue-white control, so I pointed a lot of my burn early to the face. So this is the... That's the reason I wanted to do that. Should be lethal now. So that's 5, 7 dead. Okay. We on the board. Maybe we want the Justice Strike, but they have like 1/2s, which is really awkward. Maybe on the play. Nah, I think we just run it like this. Just hope like we can play one game this entire set with Pia that's not a mulligan. Let's try. I have this. Yeah, that's probably right. I think we were pretty far ahead, so it didn't matter. One drop would be good here. So we have Bone Crusher to hit whatever they play. I could untap, play Bone Crusher. Yeah, it's one of those situations. Either way we look at it, I think we're good. So in those instances, I'd rather just play safe. Their decks also just got cards like we don't normally see, so. Okay, so Resolute here. The Maul might have been right. Oh, they're playing so slow. Weird decision there, but we'll take it. Okay. Well, starting next turn, we're impulsing. I would love, 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 love to find a Pia. Pia before the impulse. Just using this, it'll stonewall. It also makes it so their Myrell's hard to attack into. This could have actually screwed us up. We didn't see this the previous two games. No attacks. Oh my god, go. With creativity, we beat it last time, so I was playing Stonebrain and Gruul. So you just name Worm, and then their deck's kind of like crappy. So I have this Stomp available. I don't know, I find Explorers really just kind of a crapshoot. Like Historic, I was taking random decks and doing well with. Oh my god, this is painful. My brother or sister, hurry up. Okay, so they opt to not bounce there. We'll just pick out the Zephyr Sentinel from the air. Like, it can win. But at times you're just like... It's kind of a one-trick pony. And you telegraph a lot of your lines. Like, there are the instances where it's just... Let's just push some damage through. Come on. Come on, friends. Holy. I have access to shock too, so I think we're fine. I just want to push as much damage as possible into them. They're missing lands. They have like strong 4 and 5 drops. Because then next turn I have a bunch of card draw. Just kill this. I ate them here. They're down to 3 cards. I have 6 cards available, so we can start turning through our deck pretty quick. Opponent missing lands. Perfect. So I actually think we start with this. Because in case I find a Pia, we cast a Pia from there. Oh my. Who gave this person flashcards? So if they flash in a creature, I can abrade or play with fire. And then if they don't, I don't have lethal anyways, so we just hold off. Yeah, that's usually pretty sound, like, approach. I usually just don't like playing mirror matches, so that's why like you're not seeing me on creativity. I might give mono green a shot just to see how that one goes, but I think largely if we can get this Pia to pop off. Okay. On the board. Bit awkward. Turns out starter deck soldiers. Messes us up. I don't know. I like playing aggressive decks, so when they don't work, it hurts. Okay, play first, Janganthas, likely sack. Sack. Sack, Bone Crusher's the worst. I want the showdown. Sack their... Doesn't really matter because I'm on the play, so I think we're fine. Like that would have been a nice 7 to keep. Punished. So they're Gruul Boat. It's fine. We can go Pia here, play Bone Crusher. They go Bone Crusher. I can trade with the Bone Crusher in combat. Okay, so they have Stormseeker here. If they go Lovestruck Beast, haste, they could go Chariot and then give it haste. I think we just soak up damage here. Yikes. So I think this turn... maybe we just make the 1/1? I'm basically hoping they don't have boat. I was hoping for an untapped line there. Okay, so they can't boat me this turn, which is fine. That's fine. Because now I kind of pop off. So we go Soul Scar here. Probably... So we go Kumano here. Counter. Sorry, chat, if anyone's talking, I'm just making sure I don't screw this up. That's probably still on you. No. Do that. Soul. Okay, so we do this. Just try to like chain through our deck now. Okay, so we're finding lands, which isn't great. So do this. So I can, with Sokazan, hit them for a ton, so let's just push some damage through. Kind of out of gas. But I could get 2 more blockers here, which is nice. I get another land off that. We just need some spells. We've drawn now 9 of our... so we've drawn half our lands. Got impulses, we got showdowns, we got a whole bunch of stuff. Thought here is this could shut off their ability to attack with Love Struck. So our creatures have to attack next turn. So they can crew with Love Struck. They can like kill Soulscar here. Probably gonna throw it in front of boat. Actually, I could kill the boat. Killing the boat buys me a lot of time. Okay, so if I look at my attack next turn, I take the 7, then I'm at 1. So assuming they block these two, that's 3, 8. Yeah, so I can't. Okay, let's try to kill them now. Just my sequencing was a little wrong there. So 4, 4. Want it so they can't kill me. So I can pop this. So this costs 3 right now. I don't know. Figure it out. With Pia out, then Sokuzen costs less. So I'm doing this post-combat because they have to attack this turn. And then with the Love Struck Beast, then I'll have 3 blockers back. So they do the trade there. So I channel there. So now my Bone Crusher Giant comes back to me. Okay, they're dead anyways. Got there! Pia power. Alright, so Justice Strike is good. A Braid is good. Portable Hole. Portable Hole only deals with the elf, so probably not great. Destroy Evil's probably fine. And then what to trim? Kumano actually doesn't do a lot here. So I think we just trim the Kumanos, play a Portable Hole. Like, Kumano does actually trigger Steamkin, but At least on the draw, like we don't have time for it. It doesn't play to the board. So we can see with that game like how quick we're able to kind of spam the board with things. Alright, while opponent sideboards, I'm going to quickly run to the bathroom, and I will be right back. Alright, this hand looks decent. Answer Elf on 1. Steamkin on 2. Go to town. They go Elf 2, then we maybe stomp again. Filigree Silex. The opponent does not want to lose to tokens. That's fine. They just spent their whole turn 2 doing that. Miglos is a bit scary. Okay, we need to find some lands. Oh my god. We're doing this now? We're at this point of the game where just no lands? Land there would have been great. Probably too far behind now. So play this. Just trying to think if I can. I need to destroy evil this. Before we Pia anyways. The alternative is I Pia, play this, get the mana, do this, try to find a land to storm off. That's probably where I gotta go, to be honest. But I played a land for turn, so that doesn't work. So do this. If they have boat, they have boat. I can't play around boat, but then they have to decide which threat they want to hit. I'm not blocking with this, so let's attack with this. Okay, so they can take out my 1-drops here. Alright, boat. They had a good hand. We needed a land off that. Not hitting the land set us back too far. So they can Miglos, make a token. Boat's gonna start picking us apart. I think we just take the 4 here. No, because they have this on 1, so even if I start storming, they can just pop that, so soak up the damage here. We need them to not have the boat that turn, and might have been able to survive with Pia. So I do this. I'm short. I think I'm dead regardless. Hand didn't line up. We need them to just not have both their boats, like both their vehicles. They should have crewed. Silex will go to 2 now. So they can crew the boat, kill my Steamkin, they can kill my Soul Scar, have access to Filigree. Stomp, yeah, let's just go to the next game. Is there a way I could win from Showdown? Probably not. Oh no, let's see. They attack me for 10. Like Showdown does it for me. Like they just need to pop Filigree. Now I can't win. Yeah. That was awkward. Like, we've had such terrible luck with lands every game. I don't think we want ley lines. Braid's fine, like... I don't even think we want Portable Hull. I think we just need to... Maybe we do on the play because it slows them down for the elf, but we need to just be able to kind of curve out as expected. We've had games either half the lines in our deck have been drawn or like 1 to 2. I think we've played a collective 1 game of this set that wasn't a mulligan, which also is a bit troublesome. Like, in retrospect, we probably had to destroy evil there, but I think the destroy evil sets us back too far. But I guess we could destroy evil and then hope to draw land. We draw the land. And we kind of pop off again, but I don't know. We could keep like analyzing this, but at the end of the day, it's a little how you slice it. All right, let's try this. No elf on one. Always the damn elf on one. I think we go Bone Crusher on 2. There's too much downside by not killing the elf on one. What do they have for? A mana. Okay, we could set up a pretty solid turn. I will trade here. Easy trade. Okay, so if we can showdown, we can kind of go off. Okay, so that takes their whole turn. Ooh, Pia. They have something. It might be a protection spell. Okay, so you Rending Volley there. So they brought in Rending Volley only to hit Pia. So it's kind of a dead card otherwise. This is free with Steamkin here. Okay, we're just gonna draw through most of our deck now. That should be close to GG. Just blow up everything they hold dear. All right, popping off. Let's go. Drawing cards, doing shit. Next turn, I Swiss Spear, put a counter on the Soul Scar. Opponent's stuck on lands. We're gonna let him get punished. Cool. So let's go full control. You know, they could have Stomp, so... Maybe we... That might have been wrong. So my thought here, if we get it outside of Stomp range, it could be good. Because like that seems like their answer right now. So I can put extra counters on it. So I need it to be a 3/3, so I have to get it to 6/6. So counter there. We'll resolve here. This is going to give a bunch of prowess triggers. Yeah. You kind of got to like stack there. So if they're holding up 2 mana, they could have Stomp. This lets us just play through so many things, get a bunch of prowess triggers, so now they have to answer all the haste threats. Alright. 2-0. Shuffler doesn't want us to win, but we are fighting through. Fighting through. Oh my god, this again? Thanks, Nexus. So this could be Sack, could be the same deck we just ran into. I'm gonna lead with this, because depending on their play on 2, I might go with that. We're always gonna lead with this, because this might just come into play tapped. I don't get much value out of that right now. It sucks that we did put a showdown to. Okay, so could be sacrifice. This is fatal push. They can just fatal push that. Yeah, sack. Ah. I think we gotta find a land here. We just, like, incredibly frustrating series. We can't get, like, 4 lands and then stop. So notably, they can... Okay, this is actually ridiculous. Like, we can't... I don't understand. We draw more of our, like, 4 ofs than we do our 20 ofs. Cat's gonna just block me for days now, insulate their life total. They find Devil, I'm in a bad spot. Next game. Double Oven's gonna get us. Okay, so this matchup, we do want portable holes. Definitely want these ley lines. The Abrade's good. Rest in Peace is good as well. Justice Strike doesn't really do as much. In this matchup, the Steamkin is terrible, so that's going to come out. Kumano's probably the other cut. Just leave it like that. Yeah, I don't know, like... We've had so many games decided by, like, the shuffler. And, like, in those instances, I don't know what you do. Like... Like, in all these games, none of our decisions mattered. Which is the frustrating thing. Like, you want to play games where... Like, actually, Saktos is probably probably like an annoying one. They need to have either Fatal Push or Claim plus Oven. Future turns, they'll have access to other things, so... Show me a land. Oh my god. Land! Hey. Thank you. Probably do this. They'll get the block off Unlucky Witness if they want. Okay, they're down to 13 here. Next turn I can do this with Reckless. Also have access to Stomp, which might be the line. We'll see. Portable Hull's also very good here. So I actually think I lead with the Reckless here, because if I find a land, it's going to dictate how I play out this turn. So we didn't find a land. I do need to get rid of Blood Tithe Harvester here. So we lose access to this. We took a chance there. The problem is they could have sacked and then I lose the Bone Crusher Giant. They find 2 lands. Another Unlucky Witness. Second Oven. So now we can kind of go off. Should be good. They can gain some life. But they sack there. They get another 3 life. They get to find some cards there. So Deadly Dispute and Devil, both good cards. They could choose between one of those. So they can pick something off. They opt to go for the card draw there. So I can just drop Leyline here, and then they can't really target me. Okay. Spinning their wheels is a good start. They went from no cards to 4 cards pretty quick, and they are dead. Okay. Think we... run it back. Run it back. Leyline in the opener, please. Leyline in the opener. Leyline in the opener. Perfect. Hand's kind of slow otherwise, but this card does a lot of damage to them. Give me a 2-drop, please. Okay, they have access to Oven. Let's do this now. Again, we just want to keep throwing out threats. Anytime they target one of my things, it's going to hurt them. Devil pings start dealing 2 damage, so we want to just poke as much damage as possible. This blocking later gives them some advantage. It also forces their hand earlier, so they could have like a Braid here, deal some damage to them. Okay, 3-drop. Then's not terrible. So next turn I can showdown, hopefully find some action. And then just have this ley line carry me a bit. Do this now. So I don't love showdown on 4 typically because you can't play the lines for the turn. It's a good flip. But I think just given the composition of our hand, it's likely worth it. Deadly Dispute. Okay. Because next turn I go Pia. I could blow up the oven. I could blow up this Mayhem Devil. We got options. I'm not going to play the Den because it doesn't let me play all my spells for the turn. So we do lose out on that, but I do get access to the Sacred Foundry. Then after that turn, I get to follow it up with the Showdown. And the thing is, any of these Mayhem Devil triggers, they end up hurting them more. So put the counters here. Deal 3 damage here. I don't want with this trigger to target my Thopter, because they can just kill that. They have 2 triggers that they can do, but they would take 4 damage in the process. They just let it die. Should be GG. They can't really win through Leyline. Their deck's really composed of targeted removal. Which we just generally laugh at them. Next turn, lead with Showdown. They could have Meat Hook. Yeah, they had the Meat Hook. So do this. Refill. No lands, kinda uninspiring. We can get rid of this Meat Hook Massacre. Fable de la Mere Breaker. Probably do this. Could have like Fatal Push. Cool. Take some damage. So I think given that we take this out, because that's the way they're going to gain life, and it's the life gain I'm more concerned with. I should be able to just kill him here. Got him! Got him! Alrighty. Get in there. Ley line. Too good. 3-0. 3-0. You let Pia, like, take a second and she takes over the game. Such a a unique design card. See how far we can push this. Just waiting. So regardless, I'm gonna have to wrap this one up after this match, win or lose. We'll let you know how we finish up if we do play a little bit longer. Hand looks these. What are these sleeves? Soldiers, spirits. So they can get the sack there. So blue-white spirits. We have uncounterable kill spell in the sideboard. This can be sacked to counter, so we don't want to do that. Did get Pia, which is a great card to have. So I think we do... set up here. Let's see if they want to counter this. So they can counter that. I'm going to do this now, because the next turn they can have the 3-mana spirit, the 2/3 that exiles. So this kind of forces their hand to use a counter spell here. Guy snare. But like now I pumped through a bunch of damage, so I'm happy either way here. Okay. They get the bump there. Again, doing this pre-combat because it forces their hand. So either they have to counter here, so Rattle Chains comes down here. So here do this. So they can sack here. But they might just let it die. So we do this now. So now if they want to save Rattle Chains, they have to sack the Mausoleum Wanderer, so I don't care about the other ability. If they don't, then I just pay. So the stack is huge. Made a little bit of a mistake there. So I shouldn't have paid the 1 there, because then they just sack. The stack was just really large there, so kind of got me. So Rending Volleys, Abrades, Justice Strike, Portable Holes. Coming out. Kumano, probably too slow. Probably Showdown. Just trim Showdowns, probably. So they probably bring in like Dovin's Veto, maybe. They do have Wedding Announcement in the sideboard, so that's something to consider. I think on the draw, let's do that. I think we'll switch. We'll take out the Steamkins on the play and bring in Kumanos, because getting an early 1-drop is important in this matchup, just to put pressure. But I think on the... Yeah, French. I prefer Historic a lot more. I think the varieties there, you can play a lot more fun things. Hand's probably fine. So, like, ley lines probably not, like, green ley lines probably not something you unban. Uro maybe makes, like, Sultai better, which then competes against the Rakdos deck. So I think we do this. They want to trade their 2-drop for my 1-drop, I'm happy. But this is probably a Cycle Sokuzan matchup. Rattle Change is such a premier card in this matchup, so if they're throwing that away to block my Swiftspear, I'm comfortable with that. So we have Pia here. So this is fine, because if they like Mutavault here, we still do this. It's a little bit annoying, but I take them off a land, which is important, and they can't counterspell this anyways. Okay, so they have Slip, but that takes them off the land for the turn. Would love a spell. Catilda is scary. That's so good. So I'm letting them make the mistake here. So I'm just going to deal 3 here so they don't get the life. Again, it's a little awkward with just the way these blocks are lining up. While I would like to do it pre-combat, then they don't do the blocks. Whereas, like, obviously if a Braid was like a lightning strike, we could have gone face. Okay, so do this. This is good because it's uncounterable later, or just if we draw nothing but lands. Because this can come back. Would have loved if they had like the portable hole, targeted the portable hole with that, a Braid. So they could have a flash creature, they equipped here. We could start getting into a race. We do need some action. Said some action was needed. Would have been great. Any of those other land drops. This is problematic. Now they're going to outpace me. Super frustrating. Jeez. I think we're dead regardless. They just need any spirit and they win. Okay. No spirit, and we have a chance. This is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a full play set. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines. Takes them to 10. That's 4. Queller here is annoying. Okay, this kinda gives me a chance. Any burn spell. Got there! Heart of the cards! 4-0 so far. Alright folks, I appreciate everyone hanging out. We will continue this run tomorrow, but unfortunately at this point I do need to run. Appreciate everyone hanging out today.